Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 11th, 2021 reading for you, your 11/11 reading. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before beginning this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bulls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. How will Gemini be affected by November 11th? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. In the middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let me just take a sip of water as I turn these cards around. So at our root, we have strength, which is Leo energy. We have the devil, which is Capricorn energy. And we have the tower, which, this is heavy hitting. I mean, this really, really is. There's a need to stand in strength. Now, if we have Leo within our natal chart or Leos within our lives, just as if we have Capricorns in our natal charts or in our lives, they're coming through very powerfully at our root. And so there's going to be there's a sense here of we're being tested. 11/11 is an interesting time to be tested because our angels are so closely around us and we're so closely connected. So this is going to be an interesting test. It really is. We have the 8 of Wands, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Change. Our inner selves are going to be experiencing astounding change. This is change in the major arcana. This is change in the minor arcana. So it's coming, and it's coming rather intensely. We then have the 9 of Pentacles in our emotional self. We have the Lovers, which is us. We're represented by the Lovers in the major arcana. We're represented by the swords in the minor arcana. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. There's such beauty coming in here. And yet we also have this blockage energy around us, which we can actually see this as such a purging time. It can be really exciting. We have the 4 of Pentacles coming through again in the public arena, in an emotional arena. And then we have the 8 of Cups. We're walking away from something we once thought we would love. It's new doorways are opening up for us. And that's what 11/11 brings. 11/11 actually brings doorways are being opened. Doors are being opened for us. Doorways are leading us to a new place and a new path and a new power. And that's just exciting right here. The repeat of the number 8 during this time can mean that we take everything really, really seriously. And we need to kind of relax. We need to kind of just breathe. 4, we need to take care of ourselves. We also need to take care of our homes, our four walls, the house of our soul, our bodies, we're going to need to take care of them too. So let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is the Lord. This is Aries energy, and I'm sorry if you can hear my nephew in the background using his lungs, and he's in Aries, so that's rather funny. So here, just be mindful of an Aries seeking attention. Being stubborn and strong-willed can definitely be a case here, but there's also going to be this need to understand that just because people are successful doesn't mean that what they did is right for us. And so this is going to be a time where we're really looking at our path, our determination forward, where it is that we need to be. And it might not be following the same path as everybody else, or the quote unquote traditional road. So be aware of that. We're going to feel like we're doing something wrong because we're not doing it the way everybody else did it. And yet Spirit's saying, why does it have to be done the way everybody else has done it? Why can't it be done in your power, in your understanding? We might have a bit of a problem with authority figures during this time. Just be aware of that. You don't want to be told what to do. And then we have our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Psychic development, the third eye chakra. 1111 is a time where if we have psychic inclinations, if we have, spiritual inclinations, they're going to shine really, really brightly. So with this psychic development, with the third eye opening up, we need to trust our intuition and ourselves powerfully. We need to really stand in our power, in our insight, in our ideas, and claim who it is that we are and where it is that we want to be. Even if we think, oh my gosh, nobody's going to understand, we're not living for everybody else. We are living for ourselves. We are living for the path that we are walking in this world. And that's a very powerful place for us to be. That's a very powerful way forward. Now, this doesn't mean that we ignore our responsibilities when Spirit says we are living for ourselves. What it means is that we remember that we matter. And that's going to be something that's very powerful for us because we've had this vampiric energy around us for so long. We've had this energy that's draining us and draining us and draining us, whether it's through worry, whether it's through negative words spoken over us when we were little, whether it's through hurtful, hateful words spoken over us when we were deeply in love with a person and just, their scar still lives within us. It depends on how we were hurt, and it depends on how that hurt shows itself within our world. But this 11/11, this November 11th, it falls on the quarter moon in Aquarius. Excuse me. And the quarter moon in Aquarius brings us to assessing. The quarter moon has us assessing things, has us assessing how we're moving forward, what's happening within our lives, what we're building towards. But Aquarius also brings love and our dreams to the table. What we love, what we want within our lives, and what we dream of, where it is that we want to be. It brings it forward. And so as we're assessing, as we're looking at things, we're looking at this time, this 11/11. And this is a powerful number. And it's a master number. It is a number that connects us with the language of angels, but also connects us with our angels and our spirit guides. Historically, the 11th day of the 11th month holds a powerful significance because that's the day of the armistice. That's the day which ended the Western European fighting in World War I. And what we're going to see here is that it took effect at 11 a.m. Paris time on November 11th, 1918. And the Commonwealth still celebrates it today. 1 minute of silence is held and observed on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. And that's powerful for us. It's powerful to know that such a significant time as the ending of the Great War happened on 11/11, on the 11th hour. And so here, this holds an end to atrocities, right? This time holds an end to chaos and to what was known as the greatest war, as the Great War, because it was the greatest horror that anybody had seen up to that point. Now, 11/11 is also Global God's Day. This is a day of worship and celebration of all religions and all walks of life. 11/11, when it aligns with our angels, it angelically is telling us to be ourselves, is telling us that our angels are connecting with us and to pay attention to our surroundings and our emotions because messages are coming our way. As a star seed, 11/11 appears in in a way that tells us that we are awakening. 1111 appears to our awakening of spiritual powers and our mission here on earth, our purpose here on earth. 1111 also represents the spiraling twin strands of our DNA, and it has us connecting to our consciousness. Spiritually, 1111 has us reflecting on why we're here and where we're going. Again, 1111 is the time of doorways opening. 1111 is a spiritual awakening. It's letting us know that we're on the right path, that our actions are aligning with our spiritual purpose and our soul's purpose. We are also being called to tune into ourselves and to be present in the moment, and to present to ourselves and our guides and our angels what we want, what we desire for our lives. It moves us to a place of strength. We are going to be facing a storm. Why? Because change is coming in. We're facing a storm of change and of insight and of ideas, and chaos comes forward and doubts become us. We stand in our strength, and it's not the strength of our bodies. It's not the strength of our, of our force. It is the strength of the will of who we are, of why we stand here. And it's not the strength of our will, like I'll be more stubborn and more dictatorial than anybody else. It's like, no, it's the strength of our hearts. It's how much love can I open myself up to? Where is it that I need to be? Where is it that I want to be? What is it that I'm discovering and embracing within my world? The strength to stand before the storm and say, I still love. I'm still here. I'm still connecting. Do you know how hard that is to do? Do you know how strong we have to be? It's a strength that says, I still matter. When the world might tell us, you reach that certain age, you're not seen anymore. And Spirit's saying, oh no, you are. This is a time to look at the world and say, you can head in your direction. I'll head in mine. I will walk my path, and I will embrace what I need. And it doesn't matter where our strength is being called to love, to step back from a love that we thought we would have forever, to embrace a new career opportunity, to embrace a new walk of life, to embrace a new way of living. We're being called to strength, and it has us facing our devils, our demons. It has us facing the things that we were chained to, and yet never realized that we were chained to, never realized that this was defining our lives so much and for so long. We're finding ourselves walking to our strength, walking to our purpose, as we release ourselves from caring about having to make the chaos perfect. We're going to find ourselves during this time, 11/11, going our own way, looking at what we want and what we love and where it is that we need to be within our lives, and opening our hearts up honestly, powerfully, and intuitively. We're breaking the chains that society has put on us, the chains that we ourselves have put on us, the chains of other people's expectations and our own. And we're finding a path forward. And it brings us to the tower. It brings us to chaos and to change, which we are experiencing quite profoundly in our inner selves. This is being thrown out of our comfort zone. This is sitting there and saying, I don't know how I got here. I don't know why I'm here, but obviously I need to be. Obviously lessons come forward, or ideas come forward, or insights come forward, and we think, well, that's interesting. The tower shakes things up. Things have been shaken up in our lives, and we might see where we stand now and think, I never thought I'd be here. And we might not be grateful at this moment that we stand here, but we are grateful for ourselves, that we are here. The tower brings change, and the tower brings chaos, and the tower brings fear. And the tower has us thrown out of our comfort zone again, and that's never comfortable, but it is powerful. And it moves us to the wheel of fortune. It moves us to feeling like we're on this roller coaster ride, moving in a direction we never thought we would move, moving to a place we didn't think we would be. What we're going to see here during this time, as we're connecting with our angels, as we're seeing our spiritual purpose and our mission on this earth, we're starting to see the changes around us. This is going to be a time where we decide to change things, where we decide to declutter, where we decide to look at ourselves and say, I love me. Not I love me when I lose 5 pounds, or I love me when, my hair is this color, or I love me when I bulk up more, or whatever it is that we're saying, or when I get my face lifted. It's I love me now. I see me now. And when we see ourselves, the world starts to see us. Now, we might not want everybody to see us because some people are just rude, but we start to be seen. because we are seeing ourselves. We are embracing our power. We are moving forward towards what we want in life. And that's the greatest change of all. Our angels are taking apart the knots, the webs that we have woven that have gotten all tangled up and are just out of place and messed up. We're going to start to see things making sense, being followed, moving forward. And it moves us to the Eight of Wands. It's like, ready or not, here it comes. This change comes in. And we're like, okay, I see it. I see the change. I see the way I need to move, or I see the door I need to open. I see what I need to embrace within me. The Eight of Wands brings this change, and it takes us by storm. It takes our breath away, and it moves us to being able to stand in the moment. We're going to have a hard time with that. That's going to be one of our struggles on this time. We're going to have a hard time seeing our worth, embracing our hearts. We're going to have a hard time falling in love with our lives again. Why? Because we have this vampiric energy pulling it all away. And Spirit's saying here, embrace what you love. Embrace your hard work. Embrace what you have dedicated yourself to. Instead of saying, oh, I should have done this and I should have done that and I could have done this and I could have done that. It's like, no, but this is me. And this is what I've done. And this is brilliant. And I get to celebrate me. I get to embrace me. And that becomes the game changer. This isn't looking at the bigger picture, though we have to keep the big goals in mind. It's looking at the moments. It's embracing the moments. And it's understanding that old saying that the days are long, but the years are short. And we matter. And time matters. And it moves us then to the lovers. It moves us to our love and our passion, to falling in love with our lives again, to falling in love with ourselves, to being blessed, to seeing our angels with us, but also embracing passion within our lives. We always think of this romantically or sexually, sensually. Passion has to be that. But it's having passion when we get up in the morning. It's having passion for the day. It's not thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do the same thing over and over again, and the days blur into each other, and the sadness comes over us like a gray cloak that never truly leaves. No, now it's time to say, I'm embracing my passion and my desire and my wants and my needs, and I'm embracing me. I get to love me. I get to have this love affair with who I am and where I'm headed and what I'm headed towards. And it doesn't matter anybody else's rules. It matters my desire and my love for myself. Gemini, we have a problem. We want everybody to love us. We just do. We're represented by the lovers. We're represented by love. And here, it's saying the world can think as it wants to, or as it needs to. I'm falling in love with me. But then that leads us to this place where we get hit by, but I have to guard myself. There's not going to be enough. I'm not going to be able to connect the way that I want to. I'm not going to be able to manifest what it is that I want to manifest. And Spirit's saying here, stop. Stop. Because the chaos will always be. That's a part of life. It's at our very root, right? The chaos will always be. We will always have the darkness. We will always have the blinding light. We will always have when our vision is impaired and we don't know how to move forward. We will always have the doubts. I could have done it better. Hindsight is 20/20. Coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Fine. But the Four of Pentacles is telling us to release. To release the negative energy that we've held within us. To release the chaos that has been such a part of us we don't even know that we're holding on to it. To take care of ourselves. To remember that we matter. To look at the nasty words that float in our minds that others have spoken over us and say, no, you don't get to rule my life anymore. I get to rule it. We open up our solar plexus chakra. We open up our throat chakra. We open up our crown chakra and our earth star chakra and our, soul star chakra. And we find ourselves connecting. And we find the energy moving through us like a tidal wave. And we realize in the public arena that we're looking for stability. Stability and rootedness within ourselves, within our lives. This isn't looking for the next shoe to drop when we become successful, or as we move towards success, or even as we hold success, thinking, oh wow, this won't last. It's saying, I deserve this, and I move forward in this prosperity, in this wealth, in this abundance. I move forward towards my goals and towards where I need to be, not where other people want me to be. We start to let the energy flow in. And we start to embrace the energy of success, which leads us to walking away from something that no longer fits and no longer trying to make it fit. I always equate the Eight of Cups, the best way I can describe it, and the best way Spirit describes it to me, is like putting on shoes that are too small. Shoes that are too big, you can put on extra socks, you can kind of, shove something in there, you can kind of make them comfortable. But shoes that are too small, they're just painful. And this is leaving behind and walking away from something that we might not have known was painful. We didn't know it wasn't going right until we gave ourselves permission to be free from it. Doorways are opening. New pathways are opening. Are we brave enough to take them? That's the question. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Hierophant. It's power. So in medieval times, the Hierophant was representative of the Pope. The Pope was the power of all powers in the medieval European world. And what we have here is we have the Emperor and we have the Pope, the Hierophant. And what we have is power. What we have is it has to be done this way. And what we have is that pair of shoes that just doesn't fit anymore. But yet we have to wear them, right? Because it has to be done this way. No, we don't. We absolutely do not. What we need to do is connect with our hearts and our souls and ourselves. Look for the traditions that are right for us, but not trying to make ourselves fit into somebody else's traditions. Somebody else's world. It moves us to our chakra energy, which is the solar plexus chakra, self-mastery. It's that alignment of our chakra energy. It's the alignment of where we need to be and who we are and what we're discovering within our lives. It's feeling at home and at harmony with ourselves. It moves us to our subconscious rooted message, which is the Hierophant, which we were told to be mindful of, because we're being told not to try and fit ourselves in to another person's world, to stand in our own world, in our own creation, in our own passion, in our own power, and say, I am. I am powerful, I am brilliant, I am strong, I am. I am achieving what I need to achieve, and I am becoming exactly the person I was born to be. It moves us to our subconscious inner self, and that's the Emperor. Another card that we were told to be mindful of is because we're starting to really embrace our own power, our own wisdom, our own assurity within ourselves. This is a time where we claim our throne, where we claim our voice, where we see what it is that we want and we cut through the nonsense and claim our rights. This is a time where we are fiery and passionate and determined, and it leads us to our subconscious emotional self, which is the Emperor again. Now that's the repeat of the number 4 again. We now have number 4 times, so we have to take care of ourselves. Claiming our throne and claiming our passions and being larger than life. Subconsciously, we're calling ourselves, and Spirit is calling us, our angels are calling us to be larger than life. Bran in Welsh mythology, Bran the Bold, was a wise, benevolent king. And that's what we're being told to be that wise, benevolent ruler, to embrace our desires and to embrace what's the best for our world, not just for ourselves and our moments. This is a time where we are embracing our roots, our root chakra, our fire, our passion, our desire, and we're letting ourselves shine. It moves us to our subconscious public arena self. And it's the 9 of Swords. Mental conflict. Mental conflict, this is doubts, and this is fears, and this is nightmares, and this is thinking, oh no, I can't, when absolutely I can. This is a time that can feel overwhelming to us. We can stop taking care of ourselves altogether. The worry sets in and becomes overwhelming. And what Spirit's saying here is stop. Stop. Settle into yourself. See yourself. Embrace what you desire, embrace what you want, embrace what you need, and let it shine. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, and embrace of our positive energy as we embrace the power of 11/11, November 11th. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini, and may you have a blessed 11/11.